heal your wounds that are stopping you from being radically self-expressed. My name is Adrienne Grace. I'm an intuitive and a spirituality and mindset coach. And today I want to talk about something that is near and dear to my heart that I'm personally working on a lot in my life, which is learning how to radically self-express. I made another video recently that was talking about creating over consuming. And I truly believe that we are here to create. We are creators, and creation is what we're here to do. But we are stuck in this place of consumption. And the consumption is actually making us sick and tired, depressed, anxious, all of those things. And so an easy way to get unstuck is to start creating, start putting things out into the world, start creating whatever it is. We live in such an interesting time. On one hand, there's a lot of chaos and craziness going on in the world. But on the other hand, we have all these amazing tools that are at our fingertips. Now, any tool can be used either rightly or wrongly, just like a knife, right? You can use your knife for good, or you can use it for harm. And the same thing goes for social media platforms as well. And I had another video where I talked about some of the adverse effects of social media. But the social media tools that we have, like YouTube, like Instagram, like TikTok, they're amazing platforms because anyone can go on and create content. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm here just because I want to express myself, because I want to talk about the things that I'm going through in my life, that I'm working on and that I'm learning and trying to implement. And it's really fun to come on here and be able to share that with others. And the moment it stops becoming unfun is when I put pressure on myself, when I think I need to look a certain way, that I have to be completely done up, that I have to have perfect content, and then I stall and I end up procrastinating when I have some of those thoughts in my head. But the moment I can put all of that aside and say, no, let me just make something, it can be totally imperfect and it doesn't matter. What was really funny was that a video that I made not too long ago, I did it outside and it ended up being really quiet. And it was like a 15 or 20 minute long video. And I was like, I'm just gonna post this anyway, because better to have it done than perfect. And I wasn't gonna redo it. And someone commented on it and saying like, your audio is terrible or something. And I was like, yeah, it is. Sorry. It's not like I have a huge follower base and it's fine, right? Maybe there were just a few people that watched that video, and if you really wanted to watch it, you still could hear it. You just had to turn the volume up really loudly. So the whole reason of me telling you this story is that it doesn't have to be perfect. Just put something out there. Stop overthinking it. Stop trying to wait for the perfect time or the perfect thing to talk about. Just start creating. Just take your phone, right? You have at your disposal so many things at your fingertips. You have a phone that can record yourself and then can upload onto any platform. And it's so cool, right? We can look at these platforms as, free marketing, and we can look at them as art, that we're expressing ourselves, with that we're artists and we're constantly putting things out. And I love viewing it that way and just kind of changing my perception on it, that, oh, I'm an artist and this is my art and this is what I'm sharing with the world. And I'm sharing with the world parts of me. But I do see how I still hold myself back, that I don't always completely express myself because I'm nervous about how I'm going to be perceived. And so I'm working on the patterns inside of me to help heal that, right? To realize that I'm here to do whatever it is that my heart desires. And anything in my mind that tells me otherwise is just a lie. It's a belief, it's old programming. And that's what I believe you're here to do too, is to do something that's true to your heart and to live the most magnificent and wonderful life. And I truly believe that that is possible for all of us. But we have to stop listening to that programming of the mind. From a young age, we are taught certain things and we're taught how to be in this world. And that's not necessarily how things are, right? Just because your parents believe something and their parents believe something and everything was passed down from generation to generation doesn't necessarily make it true. So it's really good to question your beliefs. Like, Do I have to struggle in a job that I don't like to make money? Do I have to struggle to make money? Is it hard to make money? Um, just anything like that. And is it important to be liked by everyone? That's one that I've been exploring within myself, because I have always felt that way, that, oh, I want to be liked by everybody. But being liked by everybody makes a surefire way for you to abandon yourself, because there's just no way that you're going to be liked by everybody. And trying to manage people's perceptions of you, trying to do things to please other people, that sets you up for failure. And again, it sets you up for not approving of yourself, right? You start allowing things to slide. You're not speaking your truth. And I actually really believe that the throat chakra, which is, governed by energy here in the throat, and it's also even connected to the heart. Can you truly speak your truth? And I believe it's connected to the money that we make in this world. Because if you are not fully expressed, if you don't have a fully open throat chakra, then how can the world truly see you? How can you really be out there doing what you love? Now, there are ways to make money doing something else and not being fully expressed, right? You can have a corporate job. You can maybe start a business that's not super passionate, you're not super passionate about, and maybe it makes money. But I truly believe, like, to be fully in your joy and in your authenticity, and then be making loads of money doing that, you have to have a clear throat chakra. You need to be fully expressed. You need to be putting yourself out there. And yeah, you're going to trigger people. And that's okay, because anyone that's triggered by you is actually really inspired by you, but they just don't know what to do with it, right? It's hitting something in them. It's hitting their insecurities. It's hitting the part of them that wants to come out and also be fully expressed, but they're too scared. And so you're doing them a favor by coming out and being who you are and showing the world who you are. You have so many unique talents and abilities. You are so special. There is no combination that is exactly like you. And the world wants to see you. And so the more you hide away, the more you make excuses, and the more you let this fear and self-doubt and perfectionism get in the way, then the more the world cannot see the real you. And in the avoidance of not wanting to be rejected, we end up being rejected. We reject ourselves and we reject our dreams. And it's almost like the thing that we fear comes to manifest anyway. So why not just go for it? Why not just allow yourself to be who you are, open up fully, let go of all those limiting beliefs so that you can let the world love you. The world wants to love you. And the more you love yourself, the more that is going to be reflected in other people, because every single person you meet and see is just a mirror. It's just a reflection of you. So whatever you're seeing in me right now, if you see something positive and you're saying something positive about me, that trait is also within you. Or if you're judging me and saying something negative about me, then that also is within you, right? When we point a finger, we have 3 fingers pointing back at us. So it's time to take responsibility of that, saying like, okay, I'm the good and the bad, right? I'm all of it. And I have the good qualities too. And I'm not going to be for everybody, and that's okay. But I want to put myself out there, and I want to live with no regrets. Now, I know a lot of people say that, right? Live a life with no regrets. But what does that mean? Well, what if you started thinking about the end of your life? What if you started thinking about death? What if you were only given 3 years to live? What would you do? What if you were only given a year to live? What would you be doing? We have this belief that we have time, but we actually don't have any time. We really don't know if we have time, right? All we ever have is now, this present moment. This is all that exists to us. And so it's so important that we take it and we use it, and we use it to do things that bring us joy and make us happy, and that are going to advance us to the dreams that we have. If we're just sitting around and feeling sorry for ourselves and numbing life with alcohol or drugs or food because it's so painful to not really be who we are and not fully be doing what we want to do, then that's not a life worth living. So I'm here to tell you that it's time to seize the day. It's time to grab the steering wheel. It's time to take that personal responsibility and just start creating. It doesn't have to necessarily be a YouTube video or something on Instagram. There's so many different types of outlets, and that maybe there's like Substack, right, which is writing. Maybe you'd prefer just to write. There's blogs. There's so many different ways where you can create something from your heart that comes from within, and it just takes starting. Right? You're the first thing that you do is not going to be good, and just get that in your mind, right? I mean, I look back at videos that I created 4 years ago, and yeah, they're terrible and I look ridiculous, but I don't care, right? I leave them up so that I can see my growth, because that's really cool. It's cool when you can see your own growth in real time. Yes, it's very cringy, but that's okay. And it's such a beautiful way to exponentially grow yourself, is to create, is to kind of make things and then iterate them and keep iterating and try and perfecting it. And I don't want to use the word perfecting, but just keep seeing, tweaking what works best, right? And then at some point they'll be better and better and better. And it just takes that first step. But first, you got to work on, okay, what is preventing me from fully expressing myself? Maybe it's beliefs and old programming. Maybe it's that you have shame around something, that you're hiding something, that you don't believe that you're good enough or that you're worthy, or maybe you did something in the past that you feel really guilty about. Well, it's time to bring that to the light, bring it up to the light of consciousness, maybe out yourself to somebody, to confide in somebody that you trust. Feel free to confide in me, reach out to me. I will be happy to hold space for you to confess what you need to confess and just own it, and then move on and realize that we're all imperfect humans. I have a lot of shit that has happened in my past, right? We all do. We're all imperfect. And so whatever you've done, it's okay. It's okay. Forgive yourself. You actually wouldn't have shame around it if you weren't a good person, right? A good person actually has shame when they've hurt people in the past. Somebody who doesn't care about other people wouldn't even have shame. So the fact that you have shame just means that you are a good person, that you have a good heart. So reclaim that. You know, my business coach, her name is Shoshana Raven, and she talks about shame slaying. And she says that hiding our shame, keeps us performing and perfecting and, doing all of these things to hide that shame. And even Brene Brown says, like, perfectionism is shame, right? If you have perfectionism, it is shame, that you're just ashamed of yourself. You're ashamed of mistakes. And just realize that, okay, like, that's okay. How can I own my shame, right? The shame won't go away, but there's a way that you can share it in a safe place where you can own it and do something about it, so that it's not preventing you from moving forward and living the life that you really want to live. So my message today is just start creating content. I know I've talked about this before in another video, but again, like, just create something. I would love to see it. If you have nobody else to send it to me. I would love to see whatever you create. You can find my email address. I'll put it in the description. And just start moving forward one step in front of the other, and you will gain momentum, and everything that you need will come to you at that point. And I'm still working on this. I'm still learning how to be fully self-expressed. I'm still learning how to not be perfect. The perfectionism for me runs really deep. And yeah, I definitely have shame around my past and things that I've done and who I am. And I'm just learning to own it and be like, okay, who cares? Yeah, that happened. And now what? Let's move forward and let's create videos, because these are really fun for me. And let's create them even when I don't look perfect or feel perfect, or, have a perfect script or don't know exactly what I'm going to be talking about. I just trust that I'm going to talk from the heart. And I, again, like making these videos. They're art for me. It's like putting a piece of me out there in the world, which, yeah, of course can be scary. And of course it hurts sometimes when you get like a negative comment or people making fun of you or whatever it is. But again, when you're solid in yourself, like, that doesn't even matter. And actually, when you're solid in yourself, that doesn't even happen, right? And so you just keep doing your own thing and realizing that anyone that does criticize you is just so scared themselves. Like, they're triggered by you because you're doing what they want to do. And they're so afraid of criticism. So it's easier for them to criticize you than to face the pain that they're going through of not being all that they are. So we can never really even take the criticism personally. So I hope this video inspires you to just get moving on something. Action is the language of the universe because we live in a physical universe, and it helps you move closer to your dreams. It helps you create momentum and steps and gets you on the frequency that you need to be on to attract everything that you desire. It's another way to get unstuck. If you feel stuck anytime, just start creating. There's so much magic in creation. And so that's my message for you today. And I'm so excited to see what you create. Please send it to me. I love you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more.